Good evening. Welcome to CSB IAS Academy Current Affairs Bulletin. Let us see today's current affairs. Government of India is planning to extend MG Narega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, the world's biggest job program, to the urban areas also. As you all know, we are having this program in the rural areas. Now Government of India is planning to start it in urban areas also. So during COVID crisis, it really helped the rural India. MG Narega, India's flagship program, launched in 2006 on February 2nd, and it helped many of the Indians. This year, government is already spending more than 1 trillion rupees on rural jobs program. More than 1 trillion rupees. And government is planning to extend it to the urban areas also. And the recent news, latest news now is news have come in various newspapers. PUBG 117 Chinese apps banned in India. PUBG and other 117 Chinese apps banned in India. There's a news in various newspapers 1 hour back that the Ministry of Information and Technology bans more Chinese apps, including PUBG, in the country. This time, government totally banned 118 Chinese-based apps. 118 Chinese based apps. So let us confirm this news. But this was a news that is coming up in the internet today. Tomorrow morning also let us confirm this in the newspapers also. Okay. So more Chinese apps were banned under IT Act. IT Act Section 69A of IT Act. Section 69A of IT Act. The IT Ministry have stated that in an official press release that it is 118 Chinese apps were banned under Section 69A of IT Act. Next, most important news in ethics, in governance, and in all the GS. Cabinet approves Mission Karma Yogi. Mission Karma Yogi. What is this Karma Yogi? You all know that in India, civil services reforms is much needed affair, and particularly those who join service need to have lot many reorientation trainings, capacity building. The key word here is capacity building, innovation, right attitude, positive attitude, skill development, uh, creativeness, progressive ideas. All these things are needed. So today, Union Cabinet approved Mission Karma Yogi for civil services capacity building. Civil Services Capacity Building. It's a national program for civil services capacity building and to bring out best learning practices for our civil servants and also learn from our culture. Learn from our culture. The mission is being set up to build a great future for India by having great civil servants who will have the right attitude, skills, and knowledge for a vision of new India. For a vision of new India. And this was also shared by Secretary DOPT and Minister Prakash Javadekar. Minister Prakash Javadekar. The National Program for Civil Services Capacity Building, it will include the National Program for Civil Services Capacity Building will include prescribed annual capacity building plan for all departments and services. For all departments and services. And also efficient delivery of services. As you all know, bureaucracy sometimes we feel like it is lethargic, lackluster. So now capacity building definitely will help to rejuvenate our bureaucracy. And what do you mean by karma yoga? What do you mean by karma yogi? Mission karma yogi. Karma yogi means a man in action. The man who seeks contentment through his actions is called karma yogi. Very important ethics word. The man who seeks his happiness or contentment through his actions is called karma yogi. And mission karma yogi is for capacity building in civil services. Capacity building in civil services. Very important word, capacity building. Next important news. China is nearing a very big milestone in nuclear weapons buildup. Pentagon reported this. China is hitting a milestone in nuclear weapons. So China's military built up was increasing, and China is very nearer to US and Russia in its nuclear capability. And China is capable of nuclear weapons on land, air, and at sea, China can deploy it in the land, air, and sea. Pentagon warned. China's progress in its upgrading of strategic weapons, strategic bombers, is increased. So there are two words in weapons: tactical weapons, strategic weapons. There are two words, the difference you should know. In weapon technology, there are two words: strategic and tactical. What is tactical? Generally, the word tactical is used for conventional weapons. They cause large scale damage and explosions. Tactical word is used for conventional weapons. Whereas strategic weapons means particularly nuclear weapons which can cause large scale devastations or large scale deaths. So there are two words in nuclear technology and weapon technology. One is tactical weapon, second is strategic weapon. A tactical weapon is a conventional weapon. They cause large scale explosions and inflict the damage. They cause large scale explosions and inflict the damage. Whereas strategic weapons, like nuclear weapons, which can cause devastations and large scale deaths. For example, Hiroshima, Nagasaki bomb blasts. So this is the thing. So China is now very close to America and Russia in its weapons. Today, September 2nd, is the World Coconut Day. Today is the World Coconut Day. Just you need to remember certain things, even for some to write something. Today is World Coconut Day. And Quad meeting of foreign ministers. What is Quad? There are four countries: India, America, Australia, and Japan. Quadrilateral security dialogue to counter China, actually, in the Indian Ocean region, Indo-Pacific region. In the Indo-Pacific region, so they are going to have foreign ministers of Quad countries are going to have a meeting. Next important news: robot called Spot. There's a robot called Spot, SPOT Spot, developed by Boston Dynamics. Robot called Spot, developed by Boston Dynamics of MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology of MIT. It helps to measure vital signs of COVID patients. To measure the vital signs of COVID patients. Spot. The other most important news: government have given a nod approval for 27 integrated cold chain development projects under PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. Government have given approval for 27 cold chain projects under PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. Here you should know what is PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. See, we have in India concept of MSP, procurement price, supporting the farmers during price deficiencies. Along with all these things, integrating all these things, Indian farmers also need warehousing, food processing, cold chain, all these things, so that they'll get more prices, more remunerative prices. PM Kisan Sampada Yojana focuses on warehousing, cold chain, food processing, value addition, so that farmers will get profitable agricultural outputs. This is the object of PM Kisan Sampada Yojana, and recently government approved 27 cold storage projects under PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. This might be important prelims question. You have to see the objectives, you have to see the funding and other things of PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. So very important news. And next news is PM Modi 3 days back in Man Ki Baat said the entire September month is nutrition month. Nutrition Sapta, nutrition month, complete month is nutrition month. So government is focusing on nutrition. You need to work on what is wasting, what is stunting, what are the types of malnutrition, wasting, stunting, all these things. Kindly read about that. And next important news is European Investment Bank, EIB. European Investment Bank, EIB, is going to invest 650 million euros in the Kanpur's metro project, first project. So European Investment Bank is going to invest money in how much? 650 million euros in Kanpur's first metro project. This is very, very important. This is a second metro project supported by European Investment Bank in UP. This is the second metro project. This is very important, remember. And next important news: what is MedBot? What is MedBot? MEDBOT. MedBot is implemented by Indian Railways for COVID patients. MedBot is implemented by Indian Railways by COVID patients. Indian Railways have developed a remote controlled medical trolley, automatic. It will act like a robot, named MedBot, to help to deliver food and medicines to COVID patients. So that COVID will not be communicated, and also we can deliver the services to them very fast. Indian Railway developed a remote controlled medical trolley named MedBot. A remote controlled medical trolley named Red MedBot. Just remember. Next important news. Uh, I have discussed this news yesterday also. Today also this news appeared in most of the newspapers. India, Japan, Australia. They are going to launch resilient supply chain initiative to counter China. As you all know, supply chain means value addition chain means a product will have a lot of stages. For example, Apple iPhone, yesterday I told you, Apple iPad. The idea and software, all these things from America, assemblage from China, Taiwan, uh, all these things, and it will finally come to India. So this is called supply chain. So they wanted to avoid China now. At least they should not depend on China. So this is called SCRA, Supply Chain Resilience Initiative. There's a concept called SCRA, Supply Chain Resilience Initiative. Just remember. Next important news is uh, India Indian Power Project goes green with the launch of Pan India GTAM in electricity. What is GTAM in electricity? GTAM. GTAM means Green Term Ahead Market. GTAM means Green Term Ahead Market. Remember, this might be your question. What is GTAM? Pan India GTAM. Here I wish to tell you what is this project all about. See, our economy is trying to go green. We are trying to have more and more about renewable energy targets, and we have a renewable energy target of 175 gigawatts of energy by 2022. 175 gigawatts of energy by 2022. So the states under renewable purchase obligations, they need to purchase the renewable energy produced in their states. For example, you have solar energy production. Your state should purchase your solar energy, at least some percent. This is the rule. But now you can sell your solar energy throughout India. So you'll have market throughout India, so that you can have access to market throughout India. In the same way, the prices will be transparent, cost effective. So it will be beneficial to the states and also beneficial to the producer who supports renewable energy projects. So to support renewable energy and to encourage renewable energy, India's electricity market have gone green today with the launch of Pan India Green Term Ahead Market. Pan India Green Term Ahead Market in electricity. This is very important. It will lead more number of participants in the energy market, more number of participants in the renewable energy market. To encourage renewable energy sector and to encourage more states to purchase renewable energy, and to have a competitive pricing, competitive bidding, this GTAM, Green Term Ahead Market, was launched. This is something like online and all India bidding will happen. Competitive bidding will happen. Next important news. Our Union Cabinet approved MOU, Memorandum of Undertaking between India and Finland for cooperation in the field of geology and mineral resources. So, India and Finland have signed an agreement for cooperation in the field of geology and mineral resources. Just remember. And this is the news. And the last news today is PM Modi to address leadership summit of US India Strategic and Partnership Forum. US India Strategic and Partnership Forum. Uh, in 2 3 days, he is going to address US India Strategic and Partnership Forum. And G4 nations. Next news is G4 nations. What is G4? G4 is 4 countries: India, Brazil, Germany, and Japan for UNSC reforms. For UNSC reforms. So G4 nations reiterated their commitment for early reforms in the UN Security Council. They reiterated their commitment. And there was one more news coming up. UN General Assembly is going to have virtual summit, virtual meeting in September 26th on. And Modi is going to speak on September 26th in the virtual meeting of the UN General Assembly. So these are all the important news today. We'll meet some other news with tomorrow. Thank you.